Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Bar Talk. Bar Talk is brought to you by Moment to Remember Studio here in Sunrise, Florida. As always, Moment to Remember Studio is your one-stop studio for all things photo, video, and print. So whether you need a passport picture or your next major event, just call us. Let's sit, let's talk. Let's see how best we can make this happen for you. And of course, you know, this program is brought to you by Jamaicans.com. Jamaicans.com is a leading platform. It's hosted on Jamaicans.com, and it is the leading platform for all things Jamaican, the Caribbean, and beyond. Folks, this evening we have a wonderful program. It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be informative. It's going to be enlightening. We're talking about our special guest this evening, none other than Mayor Hazelle Rogers. Order of distinction, OD. Okay, and so we get to know her. We've known her from, being state rep. We have known her for being all these other things. Mayor of the great city of Lauderdale Lakes. Today, she and the family is out, and we're going to know her a little bit more beyond that. In fact, today's show is entitled "The Woman Behind It All." She's been in politics by itself. She's been giving back to the community for the last, 35 years. All right? Now, just before we begin, a couple of things. You know, you guys watch us from all over the globe, from as far as China, Ghana, Trinidad, Tobago, of course, Jamaica, right? And you've watched us even locally from, whether it's Pompano or, anywhere in Florida and the United States. We like to know, we feel a sense of joy when you text in and say, hey, where are you calling from? So just let us know. Just text in if you enjoy the show. There's so many reasons to celebrate this lady today. Just say hi to her, say hello, applaud her. We have a lot to talk about, okay? Secondly, the best way to get other people engaged in this is to just text their name in the chat. Text their name or call them and say, hey, listen, watch the show. Okay, first of all then, folks, and as always, I can't do this by myself. I have a team here. I'm just a guy, like I tell people all the time, I'm the guy who is designated to walk the plank, all right? But we have a team back here. First of all, Kevin Stew from Kevin Stew on the Night Shift, kevinstew.com. He does all the digital stuff back there. We have Julia Stedman on cameras. And we have a lady who we just say, we keep her remained as PJ. That's here with us. Yes, and that's as much, but she's helping at all times with stuff. Okay, folks, first of all, let me introduce my guest. Welcome to Bar Talk and to Jamaicans.com, none other than Mayor Hazelle P. Rogers. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine, Luke. How are you?
I'm doing good.
All right.
And secondly, her hubby is here. Just introduce yourself, sir, and we'll be talking to you a little bit. Go ahead. Didn't know you signed up for all this tonight, right? No. But you did. Okay, go ahead. Yes, you can introduce yourself.
I'm Clifton Rogers.
Clifton Rogers. Yeah. Okay. And guess what, folks? We have the luxury. We got Mom in the house. Say hi, Mom.
Hi.
Good. All right. This is Mayor Rogers.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you've gone on Jamaicans.com before, the actual platform.
Yes, sir.
You have.
But I don't stay on it. My friends will know I'm not on social media.
No, have you ever been introduced to anybody, any programs like this on Jamaicans.com?
Never.
So guess what?
This is the first. What can I say?
Okay, so here's the deal. We have about 150,000 people who like this platform. And on any given Sunday, anywhere from 1,000 to 10,000 could be watching. And a whole lot of them are Jamaicans. And so they want to know a little bit. They know about the mayor. They know about the state representative. So we want to start off by telling us a little about the lady that we know from Jamaica, who is Hazelle Rogers. There's somebody who's going to feel good right now because she came from their parish or town or city. Tell us a little bit more where you were born in Jamaica, your upbringing.
Can I
so
start
far.
by saying I'm a born Kingstonian? That makes sense?
Last week we started.
Thank you. Yes. Usually when you say that, they say, everybody come from Kingston.
And that's what I said to somebody last week. I said to them, everybody come from Kingston. But the guy said to me, no, I went to so-and-so school. I didn't know. Yeah, he had to be a Kingstonian. Where in Kingston were you born?
Well, Franklintown.
Franklintown, near my
Yes,
school.
sir. And grew up in Kingston, went to Vauxhall. I have to go there first. That's my school. That's my school. Then
No, there's somebody in Vauxhall and I say, yeah, yes,
lots
good.
of netballers come out of Vauxhall.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
And lots of musicians too. But I'm telling you, Vauxhall, then Camperdown for a short spell. Because right as I was getting to love it, that visa came through. You know how that goes, right?
Yes.
And you're like, oh my God, I'm leaving all of my friends. Did not like it, wanted to stay in Jamaica. But you know, when your parents make the decision,
You go with
that
it.
ladies, here you have no choice. The visa come, you go.
Yes.
So I came to this country in 1969.
1969.
So
and where did you start off?
Brooklyn, man. Brooklyn Heights. Crown Heights.
Brooklyn Heights.
Yes, Crown Heights.
And tell us a little about at what age was that?
Well, I can tell you, tomorrow is my 46th anniversary, and that's all you're gonna know.
Whoa! So that leaves me, I'm gonna hold off on that just now. I'm gonna stay away from that, and I'm just gonna go to the man of the hour here, sir. Where in Jamaica are you from? Don't tell me Kingston too.
No, I was really born in St. James. But
St. James, good parish.
I left there when I was like maybe 6 months old.
Yes.
Kingstonian.
Where in St. James?
There is a place named Chatsworth.
Never heard of it.
I know. I never heard of it. You know what I mean?
Chatsworth.
I didn't grow up there. I grew up in Kingston anyway, though. You know.
But I bet you there's somebody in Jamaica right now
Chatsworth, right.
who is
Chatsworth,
having a good vibe right now because you are from Chatsworth.
Chatsworth,
Yeah.
exactly.
So good. Moved to Kingston, you said?
Yeah. I came to Kingston when I was a little must about 12 months old.
Okay. I was
So
that.
I really didn't know anything
Actually,
about
you're Kingstonian.
Kingstonian.
You're Kingstonian.
Exactly.
You are a born
baby.
Kingstonian. You know.
Yeah.
I'm sure you are. So,
So,
did you meet her here or in Jamaica?
No, I know her from Jamaica.
Okay, so you lived in New York also.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I will come back to that.
Yeah,
I'm
all
trying
right.
to get
he's
back to the
trying to
folks.
get someplace.
I'm getting back to that. Back to you, Mayor Rogers. So what caused your move to Florida?
My husband, right?
Yes.
So he's an auto mechanic with Nissan, and he wanted to get closer to Jamaica. You know how that is,
Yes.
right? So that was his idea. I was doing fine, loved Brooklyn, loved the snow, loved shoveling the snow, all that good stuff. But he wanted to get someplace warmer, because as a mechanic being outside, that's what he told me. And then I said, okay, how about being closer to Jamaica? That means we'll go to Jamaica more frequently, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was my motivation for moving to Florida.
Good. So let me ask a question then. Most people know you as the politician, they would say. Most people know you as the mayor of lovely city of Lauderdale Lakes, and a wonderful place, and being a state representative. But let me ask you a question. When Mayor Rogers is not politicking, for, pardon my French, for so forth, that kind of thing, what can we catch her doing?
Well, no, you can't catch me doing anything. COVID has taken over all of our lives. But most people know me as a dancing commissioner. I love to dance. Most people.
What kind of music? We just trying to find
Any
out.
genre of music. I love to dance. It's here. I dance to everything. Okay?
I see.
And-
Can your husband dance?
Yes, I'm a stepper.
Yes, sir.
Here comes the
That's step one. Passions outside of.
Politics.
Yes.
I had a life before. I love netball.
Mm-hmm.
I love children.
Did you actually made a team or something?
Oh, yes. You
That's
know
a
me.
setup question.
That's a setup question. Oh, yes. When I came to Florida, New York was playing netball at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So relocating here, met up with a former friends back home, and we decided to drive all the way to Miami, Pace College or Florida Memorial University, they would accommodate us. So Broward County was driving to Miami to play netball, but the first official netball court in Broward County was in the city of Lauderdale Lakes, of course.
Whoa!
Hello?
So Lauderdale Lakes, that's anher first, right?
Of
We
course,
got that, yeah.
many firsts. So we had the first junior netball team. We brought up netballers. My teacher from Jamaica was always here with us training our young people, our children, our nieces, nephews, and children. Jackie Shaw and all that group. Jennifer Itsubne, all of those. Esther McNeil. All of us were lovers of netball from Jamaica. So when we came up here, we had a senior team and we had a junior team. And my love was always with the children. So I stayed with the kids.
Okay, if I may just interject, because you have your lovely fans watching. We have Paulette Bale, Norma, Ozzy, we have Princess Myra. Princess Myra say, hey, hola! Clarence Reynolds says, hey, big up the Rogers crew. Clarence, how you doing, man? Marcia Boyne, I'm from Manchester. I don't do Kingston. Laugh out loud. And then we have Andrea Green is watching from London.
Wow.
Damien Bragman, Dennis McIntosh, and some other people are watching. Andrew Allen, Angela Campbell, and Nicole. We have quite a few people that are watching here. Guys, do me a favor. We're going to be having a very inspiring conversation. So do me a favor. Go into in the chat, just put some folks' names or call them up, just ask them to listen. Watch out, we are bigging up a lady that's done so much for the community. All right, so Cecile, make sure you know I say hi to her. Okay, Cecile, we did. All right, there are people coming on by the minute. Okay. It says the woman behind it all. And in a year when it's, I think one of your people who want to say hi to you, who will be saying hi to you, has mentioned to me that you are the most inspiring person because of his daughter. His little daughter looks up to you because he reminded me that this is 100 years, and if I'm correct, 100 year universe, women's suffrage. What's the correct term?
Women's suffrage.
Women's suffrage.
Oh,
and
yes.
and therefore, out of that 100 years, he says, of that one of the years, you did like 35 years that migration. And he says that he is so proud of you because his daughter looks up to you as the person who made a difference. What drives, forget the mayor, pardon me, don't crucify me for putting the narrative. What inspire Mrs. Rogers? What makes you get up in the mornings?
Well, first I would say my family, very, very important to me, okay? Can't do anything. I call my mom the enabler because she is always there and you can't.
Enabling to do what?
Anything.
Oh, anything you set up to?
She will tell you, go to school, you must get your education, and then you can go in the workplace. You're not going to be in my mom's house and not be working or in school. That just doesn't work. You're in school or you must be working. So we chose school.
Right.
Of course. I have a similar story how I ended up at college where my mother had my suitcase and an invitation into college. And she said, go for the interview, you come out of my house.
It seemed like our parents was always
a hard race.
Tough, but it is good because they're not playing and they expect for us to come to this country and just do better. All right? Take care of yourselves, be responsible for yourself, all right? And look at us today.
So what inspires you?
What inspires me
your
is
mom,
my mom, and of course my husband, my partner. We've been married for a long time.
You mentioned again, how many years again?
Okay, 46.
congrats.
Tomorrow will be 46
Tomorrow will be 46 years.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
Congrats.
And guys, we got to be in it. You see what I'm talking about? Y'all are young people. But you have to, when you make a commitment, you have to understand why. And you just live for that and you work with each other, and that's what it takes. Don't mean that you don't have challenges,
You said something, I started to cut you, Mayor, but you said something that is amazing. You said when you make a commitment, say that again?
You make a commitment, you live with it. And it is
Wow.
a good thing.
And it's
Okay.
not something that a lot of people take, so many people take for granted now. That, yeah, I said so, but then I changed my mind. You're saying you make it and you live with it.
And you live with your commitment, and today you like the person and tomorrow you don't like the person, but you still love the person.
Mhm.
You understand? You don't always like the
Yeah.
person, but you love the person. So,
Right.
So that's been my motivation. And we have no children, so the world became more kids. So anywhere my friends, whatever I was doing, children were involved in it. My niece and nephew are the best, and no grandniece. Okay, nieces and nephews, and they know auntie is a spoiler. They know where to come to. I always enjoy my Zoe, and she was a trickster, and she would always encourage her parents to drive by my house, and they couldn't understand why it was this child wanted on her way from school. She had to drive by my house till they came in and realized there was always her special goodie in the house. That's what we do. They are kids, and I started the junior netball group within my city because it was about the foundation for the children. I started engaging the kids in Juneteenth and emancipation because I felt it wasn't being taught in school. So I wanted them to understand life here in this country. All right? A lot of people suffered for us to be here, and also our parents back home. All right? My mom gave me a story when she came back to Jamaica to get her green card, and the folks that she was working with, they chose to take a vacation. That was their choice around the time that she was going to be in Jamaica. And Mom decided, I don't recall how she got to where they were in the hotel in Ochi or Montego Bay, wherever that resort was that they were staying. And she said she was sitting there and did not understand why they were taking so long to serve. And when they asked, it was because my mom was sitting in that hotel lobby with this white family. So Jamaica went through it also. We don't like talking about it, but I talk about it all the time with our children. My husband worked for a rent-a-car, and when he was taking the cars back and forth to the hotels, that's what you do. And recognize in our country there are challenges also.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk about it.
Right,
All
right.
is well in Jamaica, right? Or in the Caribbean. So I know from then what I wanted to be and what I wanted to do, and I just wanted to be engaged in my community. And I did it before I came to Florida, because I was living in a beautiful apartment complex in Brooklyn. And all of a sudden, as things begin to change and the population begins to change, then the services and the resources declined. The hot water heater wasn't coming on when it's supposed to. And you start losing it. Then I became that mouthpiece, right?
Right.
And that's when I knew I really liked defending my rights. And in so doing, if all of us in the apartment benefited, and we did, and we became friends, some of them moved down here and found me, and we became best friends.
There you go. There you go.
That's our life.
Hold that thought for a second, because I get the best joy. I didn't expect to have you here, but you are here. So much in politics is the guy who is the leader, and the wife is the supporting cast. How do you deal with such a dynamic, strong woman? This day, when you get home, is there a shut off that you keep Lauderdale Lakes to yourself and she walks? Tell me how we deal. Because there might be some guy out there watching his fiance, his wife, or they may just be starting the journey and wants to know, how do you deal with that? Is it anything like an ego issue? No, they probably, I know you guys will, but how do you deal with it? How do you deal with home affairs and everything, including showing up here for 5 o'clock?
Like a man that is confident within himself.
Can I talk to your husband? Can I talk to your husband? Go ahead.
I don't have a problem with that.
Uh-huh.
As a matter of fact, I mean, sometimes I keep pushing her more than maybe I should, right? Because I know what she likes, right? And early in life, when I said she did some stuff and she stand up to people and, you know what I mean, and really advocate for other people, I kind of like that. So I am in the background and she tell you, I mean, anything you want to do, sweetheart, let me know. I get that done.
Awesome, awesome.
The quiet giant.
The quiet
Most
giant.
people don't understand.
I've experienced it because I've been on places and I see you in the background orchestrating things. He's not going to take, you're not taking the mic, but you're making sure that whoever needs to be on the mic is there and they're on time. 100 years of women's suffrage. You have created some firsts. Any of them you care to mention?
Well, who would think that you could leave Jamaica, your home, and come to a foreign country and be sitting in a position where you're making policies that will be impacting lives for generations to come? That was never anything I felt would happen, and it's in my life. And because of that, I value it, and I make sure I protect the integrity of the process. And the more I learn, the better I will be in whatever it is that I need to do. And that is why I started with City and then went to Tallahassee. But we can talk about
that a little bit because, like I said, we got a little bit more time going. We have some folks, and folks have been literally, I have one person was not feeling too well, and he was like CG, and he made a big production about not being able to come here because he wanted to come in and to just tell you love on you, because we no matter, you are a trailblazer in our community, and no matter what the politics or anybody want to say, the fact of the matter, you are a name in our community for which we are absolutely proud. And so we have some friends who decided they're going to still come and show up here, and they're going to say hi to you and love on you and tell them how much I love you. So right now, hold on 1 second. I got a lot of people say, Marcia Brown Samuda, love strong Jamaican woman. Maxine Plummer says, question our balance. Good question about balance and power. Yes. Absolute love. Marcia Brown Samuel says, congratulations, Mayor. I have been married for 36 years. I told my husband, if him leave me just when we get the address, just what? Just, if I told him, if him leave me, just give me the address. My life is good. You know what, you go follow him. And we will get back some of those comments. Keep commenting, folks. Keep getting people in the chat. We are talking to one of our most beloved. In the meantime, I think one of our guests has just... Oh, go ahead, Kevin.
Marjorie Forrest says the hardest working state representative and mayor in Broward County is Mayor Hazel Rogers.
They love it. They're married. So many people are on the line on chat. But right now, we're going to... And Nadine Thompson Samuel says, absolute love. She says that's the only thing that make a marriage like this work. Okay, but good. Think we have one of our guests that's coming in, and he just wanna to come in and just tell you how much he loves and appreciates you. So who we have this time?
Hey, man.
Hey!
You know what?
So I tell you what.
Oh, you're the bro. I'm good.
Steve, with a beard. You can't take my
Everybody
beard.
change up
The
to
beard.
you know what?
The Corona look.
Yes. Steve, we greet you. Yes.
Hello, how are you? Good to see you.
So just briefly talk about your experience knowing this wonderful lady.
Well, I'm
Speak
only
up a
in this
little bit
country.
because I'm tagged. Go ahead. Speak,
I've only been in this country for 19 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know Hazel from Jamaica. I knew quite a few other people. Some of them were running for commission, etc., etc. And not only did I notice her poise, she has that thing about her, you know. She has poise and posture. But just how she went about dealing with everybody, the manner in which she spoke, and how she represented those who were in her constituency. That's what we call it, constituency, right?
We take it.
And then she moved to from one office to the next, and then when she reached to Tallahassee as state representative, I said, "But wait, this woman serious?" But I think the crowning thing about Hazel is that in as much as she walks the walk, she has never lost a touch, and she's always been Hazel. Hazel finds time to come to all of my concerts every year, even if she comes to hear one song, because she has 50 million things to do every day. But she comes, she makes sure I see her, and then she disappears. And I know that sometimes, even when she's abroad in Europe, wherever, and I don't know where she is, but she answers my text messages. Steve, I'm in Europe. When I come back, or do this meanwhile, or whatever. But just a fantastic human being and a fantastic representative. Because sometimes you have very nice human beings who are not good representatives, and the other way around. This lady cups it all. I'm actually surprised that you're just receiving that this.
Oh yes, we haven't even touched on it yet. We haven't even touched on it yet.
You should have been honored long ago.
Yes.
No, don't say anything. It's not your business. But
It's the opinion of the people.
yeah, no, but seriously, and let me explain this to everyone who is listening. Anybody can recommend that anybody who is a Jamaican be conferred with a national honor. So it's Order of Distinction, it's Commander of the Order of Distinction, and it goes up to, Order of Jamaica, and I think the highest one is Order of the Nation. It takes too long. Don't wait on anybody else. You see heroes among us, you see unsung heroes among us. Do something. Don't say then why them never do this. I have tried with a number of other people as well, and it just takes too long. But I'm glad, I'm happy that you have been recognized while you're here. And of course, nobody has recognized you more than this gentleman right here. How many years again?
46.
Tomorrow.
46?
Come tomorrow.
1 month?
Yes!
Don't stop, we just had a conversation. Don't stop, Steve. Do you have the songs on your phone?
Yes.
Yes. Pull up the
Absolutely.
first one. Pull up the
Absolutely.
first one. Yeah, I can't load it.
You can't locate it?
No.
No,
can't
not
load
ready.
it. Are you
Ready like Freddy.
I'm
Ready
so
like Freddy.
happy you're done talking.
I was start getting nervous.
I was making you shy.
What was gonna come
Next. What was going to be next?
So we now did the love song just now. We're doing the
Okay, the other one.
yes.
All right, cool. We'll do this one now then.
All right. Let
Boom.
me set. Let me set
It's on pause.
some pause.
Or you take that and you leave it.
And you leave, yeah.
You don't need
Where's
to come
my-
over here, no, but
You see, it's on. No?
So all the people here who have garments with the color blue in it, is that a statement? Is that a message?
I don't know.
Just asking.
Never thought of it, but it might be.
It might be, eh?
It's the color of the month.
The color of the month.
Sapphire.
No man, there's
All
no
right.
member in that color anyway. Come.
There you go.
There I go.
All yours, Steve. Take it away.
All right. So can you hear me now?
loud and clear, man.
You serious?
Loud and clear.
Wait, you're not even on.
Steve,
Louder
it's on.
than-
It's on. It's
Hey.
on. It's
It's
on.
on?
Man, you're good, man.
Okay, all right.
No, Steve likes the background song.
Yes, I want to hear some background sound. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Steve Higgins. Thank you. I can hear myself now. www.stevehigginsproductions.com. And yes, this is my Corona look with a beard. And I'd like to dedicate this song to this lady who has represented us very well here in Broward County, here in the state of Florida, and of course home in Jamaica. So may I, as soon as this gentleman is ready. It has a little lead in, so it starts with a bang. Yeah. Told you. No, leave it as it is. Leave it as it is. And you've heard this song over and over again, but I just want you to listen to the words and let it seep in to every pore of your being. 'Cause we're right here for you. When you walk
Don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm, there's a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on, with a hope in your heart, and you never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm, there is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on, with hope in your heart, and you never walk alone. You never walk Thank you. So, dedicated to you. Remember, we know that every step you take, you might think is you alone. And of course, your support. Holla back at you. Continue, please. All right. Me?
Just stay right there.
Yes.
This gentleman got caught in. Can you hear me, Chesto? Can you hear?
I can hear you.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead. This gentleman got caught. Chester Bishop was supposed to be here, supposed to follow with you, was supposed to come and love on you two, Mayor, but he is not. He got caught up in Delray Beach. So Chester, go ahead. Just say all the things you said to me and the inspiration with your daughter and so forth. Go ahead. She's right here.
Hazel, my love, how are you?
I am doing fine, my darling. How are you?
I was trying to come and surprise you, but it didn't quite work out. But you know, I'm sending lots of loves and hugs.
I feel
You're
it.
so special to us. And as I told Luke, you know, you're a true inspiration to not only me, but all the young people with everything that you do, from affordable housing to mental health. All you have done in the legislature when you were a state representative, to what you continue to do as a mayor. I just wanted to take the time to give you lots of love and wish you all the best. And congratulations
Thank you. Love you
You're
too.
most welcome.
Your family, you know that, right?
Of course. I mean, we go way back, way back.
I think I might have to touch on that story.
Yeah, you know, I know they don't know that we were on the campaign trail together at one point,
1995.
and then we took different paths.
1995.
Chester was supposed to come sing with me.
Uh-huh.
All right, Chester, we have to run. We got like 10 minutes
All
left
right.
in the show. Can you believe that already? The show is almost
Oh,
done.
geez.
Yes.
All right, I'm sure she's getting lots of love from everybody, but thanks again for having me on.
Yeah.
Thanks
You're
for
welcome,
calling.
God bless.
All right.
Okay. Oops.
Sorry, I think
I told you. All right.
Good.
Mommy, you good? You want to say something?
You like what I said?
No, put her there.
All right, Steve.
That is 90-year-old talking there.
Hey, talk up, mommy.
90-year-old.
I was frightened now, I'm not talking about.
Mommy, tell us something.
I just get to her top.
Tell me one thing that is safe to tell us something that nobody knows. Which is safe about her that nobody knows about her but you.
Well,
Which is safe to tell the public.
She knows I'll fight for her.
Yeah, we know that.
Yes, she. Especially, I'll fight for her.
And you guys are the splitting image.
Yes.
Yes.
Most people think she's my sister, so I take that. I'm honored.
Yes.
Hey,
Good
there's
genes.
no way people would believe that she is 90.
Yes.
No
90?
way.
Yes.
What?
Last week, Friday.
That's
90?
the 18th of September.
90.
That's
So-
my mama. Look at her.
19.
September.
Folks,
Good genes.
this is a little bit of an impromptu show, as you see. It's now not our normal cleaned up show, whatever you. But listen,
I mean, clean up, not wear my Sunday best. What are you talking about?
That is Scruffles, folks. That is Scruffles.
This is the Corona look. I see people and I say, why did you do that?
This is really bar talk at this point, folks. But we recognize, first of all, the order of distinction as commander. That's the role. When was this bestowed on you?
I think it's Independence Day.
On Independence Day.
Yes, the
It's done.
decision, the board, the meeting for the selection committee happens at Jamaica House in and around that
Yes.
time. It was
And we were
announced
notified and announced
Independence Day, and the order will be officially conferred
on Heroes Day.
on Heroes,
On Heroes Day.
Virtual this year, I'm told.
Virtual?
Yes.
This is Corona decision.
All right. Yeah, you'd have to quarantine for 14 days.
After you come on, we don't want to do that. So guess
My
what?
entire
She won't be
family.
coming
Yeah.
down here.
Not necessarily. By the way, Mommy says she won't be coming down here, so I understand. So, folks, this is the woman behind it all. That's the topic. So, if you're listening, if you're calling in and listening, now you listen for any politics. It's not on this show.
Yeah.
We want to love on her and her family. Mommy is here, and I'm cautious to say the man in the house is here.
What do you mean
Man in the
cautious?
house.
The views expressed by this man is not the views of Bartok.
I love it. The man of the house. I appreciate you, Mr. Rogers. I've seen his quiet giant self, how he operates, and it's so cool. So on your anniversary, Mr. Higgins himself thought he would just say...
I thought I'd present to Miss Hazel my
He gonna take it from here, folks.
my CD on love. I have CD on Jamaican folk music and on sacred music, but this is on love. And I expect you, sir, to play this tonight
Will do.
while you dance with her.
You
Ma'am,
know, he's a step ahead.
ma'am, will you accept this, please? When Corona done, I come for my hug up.
I am missing the love and the hugs and the kisses. I'm missing my friends. We're loving each other from a distance. And there's a special lady I expected to be knocking on this door, so I'm surprised that this special...
She chose
lady.
to not make it that somebody may think it's political. So she don't want a political prop. She wants you to enjoy your day.
And while I
So
am
that was
here,
deliberate.
I have been asked by the gentleman who just spoke, Luke Valentine, to do number 5. That's on that. And so you can do whatever you would like to do to celebrate your anniversary.
Yes.
So I'll take that now, Kevin. Good to see you again, Kevin.
As always, bro.
Turn it up a little. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Can I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the seas, darling, so it goes. Some things were meant to be. Hold our hand. So take my hand, take my whole life too. I want to take a picture, take a picture. Or I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the seas, darling, so it goes. Some things were meant to be. So take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. For I can't help falling in love with you. And now I've outlived my usefulness, so goodbye. A good man knows when to quit.
Stay right there. You've just hosted for me, Steve.
I'm hosting.
The lady who gave me all the information. Just so for the records, folks, you know, I invited her, but she says, showing up as another representative and so forth, she don't want to take away anything from your moment, but she certainly wants to say hi to you. So I have none other on the phone but Commissioner Denise Grant. Commish?
Oh, hi, can you hear me, Mayor Rogers?
I can hear you, my dear, and let me first say thank you for everything that you have done. Thank you for recommending me for the honors out of our country, our island home. Thank you, you're a special lady.
Well, listen, you are so deserving of everything. Everything, and absolute more. For those of the persons who do not know, Mayor Rogers, you have been a part of this whole governmental stride since 1996. 1996, you are the pioneer for all of us who now are on the trail, and we are extending ourselves in this capacity. But I will tell you that it is not possible and would not have been possible without you leading the way. And so when Luke and I spoke and he decided to do this whole segment on you, and it's about everything about you. It's all about you. It is the segment is based on who you are as a woman, who you are as a government official, who you are as a wife, who you are as a mother to all of us, who you are as a daughter, who you are as a businesswoman, an entrepreneur, and all of that stuff. And for me to be there, it would really take away from the moment. I am so happy to see Mr. Rogers there as well, and to see Mom in the background. And you know how I feel about you. I can even start crying, but I won't. You
We're
have
not
really
going to
been
do
a
that.
great
We are not
you
going
have
there
been
today.
A tremendous, you have been a tremendous inspiration to me. You've been an amazing mentor, not just to me, but I would actually say to most of the Caribbean, in particular, the Jamaican young women that are here in South Florida, who really have just sat under your tutelage and have watched you with so much strength and so much tenacity and so much grit. And no matter what, you fight your way through. There is no one, I will say, in this political arena that is stronger than you, Mayor Rogers. And I always say it. And I always have to add to the fact that I'm glad that you like me.
That helps.
I am glad that you like me and that we are on the same page, and I'm in a whole lot of trouble. But I will tell you this. There were times when I first got elected, there were some tough moments. And you were the one that stood behind me. And you really were the wing beneath my knees. So I just thank you so much for everything that you have done. Words, enough words. You know, I can chat.
Yeah, I was
not
just going to
enough words.
interrupt and to say
I
that
know.
you're
I
awesome,
was
you're a
just-
strong
well, Luke
woman,
gave me the
and I
opportunity.
know you're going to be the best elected official. I'm just going to sit back and watch you blossom. And that will be when I can say,
Well, I
look at
just want to
what I
say, Mayor,
have
he gave me
done.
an opportunity. So I'm not going to take up too much of his time and your time. But I just want to let you know that there are not enough words in my vocabulary to be able to fully describe how I feel about you. And so sometimes I keep my mouth shut and I just show in terms of action. And you know what? The best is yet to come. I pray that God will be able to enhance both of our territories and bless us in the way that we ought to, so that we can be more of a blessing to our community. And together we will be able to do greater things. You are an inspiration to me. You're my second mom. I love you with everything in me. Please enjoy your day. Please enjoy your day. And there's more to come. We know on Tuesday you're going to be honored by the city of Lauderdale, not just because you received this recognition in Jamaica, for you being a strong advocate for the Caribbean diaspora, Jamaica, and also just the Caribbean at large, but for all the hard work you have done here in the United States of America and carrying the torch, and you're still doing it now for Biden and Harris. So we thank you so much. We love you on behalf of myself, my family, everywhere in Canada and Jamaica and England. You know, we are everywhere. We love you, and we just say enjoy this day. Thank you.
Thank you,
Mayor.
Commissioner.
Commish,
Yes, yes.
do you know that it's also our 46th anniversary? It's Mom's birthday just recently, and this makes, what, 35 years?
What you trying to figure out?
of public service. Of
Next year
public
is going to
service.
be 25 years that she's in politics. Get it
Okay.
right, Luke.
Get it right. Get it right.
And 46 years of marriage.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Well, I am her daughter, and I would say I'm her favorite child, although I give most of the trouble.
There you go.
I will
Mama
tell
was
you that I do know all of those things, and I'm so
Ooh.
happy that she's on the show to celebrate today. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. This is a pleasant surprise because I only asked my husband to join me, but I knew I wanted Mom to come because I wanted to take a picture with her. So, you know, we just
Yes.
want to continue to love on her, and that's our family.
Well, folks, just before we wrap up, like I said,
Jamaican folk.
this was the title of today's program is The Woman Behind It All. And therefore, it's all about not so much the politics, but so many people that I've spoken to over the years will tell you that apart from the politics, which is important because and when I say politics, I'm not trying to minimize the role you have played, because that role has afforded so many people a different way of life. But today, so it's, when I say beyond the politics, it's not because I'm downplaying the politics. Let it be clear, folks. Your role over the years have made a difference for people. You have opened doors. You have inspired people. Every time I talk to somebody, you talk about having nieces. Everybody I talk, they tell me about Auntie Hazelle. There are people from down your church who talk about, and I'm like, how many? There's so many nieces and nephews you have, but it's the love that people have. So you have actually impacted people's lives well beyond the polls, because your personality, I guess, right, Mr. Rogers, is what got to you. Mentioned about that apartment in New York, and the issues. It's just that's will, and that's what we want to celebrate about you. Your will to make change when you see something that's different.
And she's led a life of service to the community, not only the Jamaican and Caribbean, but the South Florida community, to our state, at that level, literally and also figuratively, and also to nation and to the diaspora. So don't just show it. I mean,
I'm showing it, but I'm showing it, but I'm making
what
sure.
I love the most
What?
about the opportunity that is afforded me from being in this position. I was able to, with Unifest, that was long before, because you recognize that we're here in this country and we're taxpayers. That's how I used to put it. And we need to invest in our community. So we started Unifest, and we said, and we had all of the countries there. It wasn't just a Jamaican thing, right? Then we started saying, okay, if I bring up a band, maybe that's the first time that group will ever get an opportunity to travel. I'm looking for that opportunity. So when I heard Portmore had visited Tampa, I said, and not come to Broward County, I got jealous instantly and reached out.
Good.
And they have been coming to Unifest, fighting for their visas and everything. And when my children come up here, we have a good time.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We just have a good time. When we started the netball and I took the kids to Jamaica, man, I dressed them up and made them look like big people to get into Pegasus. Because I am going to have a party and I'm going to have fun. So y'all go sit right over there while I have fun, but I can see you and tell your parents I've watched you 24/7.
Yeah.
I took the marching band to Jamaica after Portmore kept coming this way. I said, our kids from here need to experience Jamaica.
That has a lasting impact on
And
those
we
lives.
took them down. And you know what I was not supposed to do? They were not supposed to go beside any beach or anything like that. You think we never go to Hellshire? And we didn't go through that fancy place. We follow the native.
Fish and festival.
Around the back.
Around the corner.
And make sure so they enjoy themselves.
And they
Lord,
wanted
man,
to
I'm
sit
telling
in the bus to eat. I said, where are the other team members? They're sitting on the sidewalk. I said, get off the bus and go sit on the
course.
sidewalk.
Teach
We're
them.
gonna
Enjoy the
this.
experience,
You
the
have to
authentic
enjoy
experience.
Jamaica.
Yeah.
That's
Teach
what
them.
it is.
Teach
So
them.
for me, it's imparting to our young people. That's my greatest joy. And my
Awesome.
family. And I have a sister, 2 sisters and a brother, and they have offsprings. And they're our lives. That's what it is. So thank
Awesome.
you.
Proud of
Folks, you see why oftentimes every now and then somebody decides them going vote, they're gonna go in a race with her and then change their mind halfway through. It don't make no sense, because she's the real deal. It's not just about an opportunity to be it's in other words, it's not a prefect or a hall monitor badge. It's real service, because it's innate in this woman, and that's why we're celebrating. Before we close out, Mr. Rogers, any last thoughts on your wife?
Sometimes she's the pain.
There you go.
There you go. That's the realism.
Honesty.
I'm going to tell you why. Right? She comes home with all these projects.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, I am involved.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Just like today.
For better,
Just like to do.
for worse.
But what to do? You
Yes.
still got to carry through, and do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying?
Like she says, when we have said I do, it
Yeah.
is I do.
I do.
You do.
You did? Don't forget that. You said I do.
I know.
Folks.
I do this. I do what? I do everything.
On the do list.
So folks, ladies and gentlemen, we really appreciate your coming in today to tune in with us. Because of everything that happened, we did get, I see Steve, you're going through all of the comments and all the love signs.
Of course, I see it.
But we did not get to reach out to some of you folks, so we will come back and get through to a bit of it. But we thank you so much for being here. As always, this is Bar Talk. This is friend here at Bar Talk, Steve Higgins. Go see Steve. Listen, I just want to punch something real quick. Two things real quick. This show, and I forgot to mention that we had a sponsor for the show, and in all of the hoopla we forgot, Charlie's Pastries. Charlie's Pastries, a long time, first of all, she was a church member, still family, she called me Brother Luke to this day. Charlie's Pastries have been around since 1983. And they've always been involved in the community and continue to involve in the community. And so we just want to make sure that you folks know these are some of the subtle things that they do to make sure that these programming like this continues. So Sister Pat Booth and the rest of the Charlie's family, we thank you, we appreciate you. And folks, always, if you need to check out Truly Jamaican, authentic, one of the first restaurants on 12th Street.
Of course.
In Lauderdale, the city of Lauderdale.
And they will feed my kids whenever I go to Miss Pat. And
I never
have
go
a
to Miss
cell
Pat.
number. I know how to reach her. She doesn't hide from me. Charlie's Pastry. Thank you always.
I'm looking for the patty.
No, you only gonna get that. That's something. That's on the screen.
Thank you. Awesome
And folks,
sponsor. Thank you.
we support each other, and all the music you enjoy. I hear the ladies talking about can't sing, oh Lord, oh my, or this and that.
They say that?
Folks, listen. The brother takes time to master his craft. We need to support each other. So Steve, before you finish, just plug where we can find you and where we can find your music, all kind of music.
Okay, everybody.
And folks, after Steve finishes, he's going to tell you goodbye. So on behalf of Bar Talk team and I'm checking out, but make sure you finish with Steve. All right? One love. And remember, this is brought to you by Jamaicans.com. So it's Jamaicans.com. It's Facebook.com/One Love Jamaica. Peace.
Well, okay, to get my music, and it's wonderful music. It's I have Jamaican folk music, I have love songs such as the one I just did, and also a CD of sacred music, including the national anthem of Jamaica. So please log on to www.stevehigginsproductions.com. That's stevehigginsproductions.com, and just look on the music store, and please get a CD. All the CDs, by the way, that are purchased through this medium, you'll get them autographed. All right, so don't bother with the download. Just buy the CD. All right, and you'll get them by the end of this coming week. And so get your CDs. You know, that's you writing down there. Yeah. So not state rep, Mayor Hazelle, you mentioned teaching the kids and taking care of the kids. Promise me now that you'll teach them a few of the Jamaican folk songs. We need that, all right? And this one is actually a greeting song. I'm still doing it. Good. Still doing it.
Yes.
More to come on that.
Good.
So let's go. This one everybody knows. It's like the first one you'd think of. Let's go. But I have to hear it.
Yeah, go hear it.
All right, cool.
This long time, gal, me never see you. Come make me hold your hand. This long time, gal, me never see you. Come make me hold your hand. Peel it, John Cross, sit down, pan tree top, pick off the blossom. Make me hold your hand, gal, make me hold your hand. This long time, gal, me never see you. Come make me walk and talk. This long time, gal, me never see you. Come make me walk and talk. Peel it, John Cross, sit down, pan tree top, pick off the blossom. Make me hold your hand, gal, make me hold your hand. This a long time, gal, me never see you. Come make a wheel and turn. This a long time, gal, me never see you. Come make a wheel and turn. Peel it, junk cross, sit down, pan tree top, pick off the blossom. Make me hold your hand, gal. Make me hold your hand. Make a wheel and turn till we tumble down. Make me hold your hand, gal. Make a wheel and turn till we tumble down. Make me hold your hand,
Calling
Okay.
me, people making fuss now, so
Say what?
Hold on a second, Steve. Don't go away. Give me that plug.
Have mercy.
Lord, yes. Have mercy.
There you go. On your phone?
Yes.
Right this up, right this up, right this up.
The piece.
Yeah, man, right this up.
I know we're running. Yes.
Oh, meanwhile, Facebook, just look at Steve Higgins, singer Steve Higgins. You catch me on Facebook as well.
Shameless plug, Steve.
While Luke gets his act together, and you see all the activities.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead now.
Yes.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Mayor Rogers,
Yes, sir.
one of your friends called you and tell me, said, I must be crazy that we could have something like this and not invite you. So, Jerry, go ahead. Peterkin.
All the way from
Good
Tampa.
afternoon, Mayor Rogers.
Hi, darling. How are you?
How are you?
I am doing fine. Nice to hear your voice.
You too. I had to.
I
call
have
Luke
your
and
ackee
text
in
him.
the
I just
freezer.
turned
I
on
can't trust
Facebook.
it to come in the mail. I have your ackee in the freezer. Can I trust it? Like I trusted the mangoes? I can't trust the ackee at all, darling.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I just had to call to say congratulations. Want to love on you too.
Thank you, sweetie.
Have to love on you too. Mom, happy birthday. I missed it. Nobody reminded me. I saw your parade.
Thank you. Oh, boy. Thank you, Jerry. Love you too. You know your family has been part of my journey. You've been in my journey with me. So, former work for the city of Lauderdale Lakes, lived in the city of Lauderdale Lakes. I tried to keep her, but Tampa took her. But she engaged with the Women Celebrating Women, and she comes down and we support in March, Women History Month, and we support the Alzheimer's Foundation and the Northwest Federated Women's Club, and could not have done it without the women in my life. So thank you, Miss Jerry, and hopefully we can have something real soon.
Absolutely. I want to say hi to Mr. Clifton Rogers too. Can't leave him out.
Okay.
Our chauffeur.
Yeah, so good to see everybody. Mom, you're looking fabulous.
Did you see me?
All right there.
I see you right now. I see you right
Yes, good to see everybody. Yes, thank you, Luke, for allowing me to just say a few moments, a few words with my friend.
Thank
I have
you.
to say, because she is so special to me. She has, I'm family, so you just have to love on each other. So I couldn't allow this moment to pass and not participate.
Actually, Jerry, I just recall years ago, the first person who ever introduced me to you, Mayor Rogers,
Was Jerry.
was Jerry.
I remember.
So, yeah, so we go with, and she's my church sister for donkey years, and I got some other calls that came in, but I kind of had to in the interest of time, but Jerry, no matter what, had to come on. So, Jerry, love you, we'll talk later, all right?
Thank you all. Have a good rest of the show.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Jerry.
Show done.
All right.
Okay, Steve, just close out, moment to remember. You want me to? Okay.
Is that a song?
Bring down. So,
No man, come close the show. You can't ask a singer to close the show.
why not? Because
Very
we'll
funny.
sing again.
You sing now.
No. Folks,
You don't need that mic.
I just remember I don't need it. Folks, it's one of those, it was a talk about an impromptu show. It's very impromptu for me also, because some things that, honestly, Mayor Rogers, you have people who are really, sometimes we don't see it. Sir Rogers, sometimes we don't see it. We haven't had a chance to get through some of the Marie Reynolds, strong Jamaican woman, authentic, unique, powerful woman. Nadine, fabulous. Wow, God is awesome. 40 years old, 46 years old of marriage, only God. Could we also see Mayor Rogers' other half, Kevin? Why you haven't did that? Nadine, why didn't you show him? Mom looks fantastic. Oh Lord, we're running. Luke, is that wine or what? Clifton G. Rudder, congratulations, Mayor Rogers, your pastor, and he came here earlier on today and he did a segment for you. We should hear another time. So people are just out there. It's Clifton G. Rudder, congratulations, well deserved. Juliet T. Stedman, love, love, love. Annette Carvalho, love, love, love. Claudette McNeil Stedman, Jamaica's strong, resilient people. Hazel Rogers, you are #1 in a million. And folks, it goes on and goes on, and our time is up. We just love that you tune in and that you really appreciate. If you never knew that people in the diaspora really appreciate you.
Appreciate love.
Love, it is. That's when I say well beyond politics. I'm not minimizing your contribution in politics because you have made a difference but people wanted a chance to see you, to love on you, to know, which so many of them do, but like on this platform didn't know. And they are loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it. So, listen, thank you so much
for inviting me, and thank you to Commissioner Denise Grant.
Commissioner, you heard Commissioner Denise Grant. I know she's watching also. And folks, we are truly out of time. So listen, until next week, this is Bar Talk coming to you from Moment to Remember Studios here in Sunrise, Florida, and on Jamaicans.com. You can find Jamaicans.com every week. On Facebook is facebook.com/One Love Jamaica. Peace out. God bless.
I love.